Hello to the couple of people that watch this video. It has been a while, and here we are. I'm guessing anyone that's followed this channel knows what probably happened, but I started smoking weed again and got very much back into it for the last, I don't know, it was 6 months, so November through May, I guess, the very beginning of May. I made it 6 months, and then as soon as I made it 6 months, I went from 5.5 months. I felt like on top of the world. I'm never gonna smoke again. Like, it's not gonna be a part of my life. Um, this feels way too good to go back to that. And by as soon as I hit 6 months, this thought popped into my head that said, "You made it 6 months. You definitely could make it another 6 months. You love this feeling. Smoking once, obviously, is just gonna be like, you'll do that, but now you know how much you love the feeling of being sober, so of course you're gonna wanna do this." And here we are now, December 2nd, and I've smoked every day since. And isn't that fascinating? In the sense of, I guess with addiction, with any addiction, the second you think you've overcome it is the second you're going to fall right back into it. So I am doing, as of now, what is, no matter what, 2 months off of everything in my life. My friend is doing it with me. We've committed to each other that for him, some of his biggest struggle is porn. I'm in a very happy, healthy relationship and have specific feelings about porn that that's not something I struggle with in the way that he does. But for me, it's definitely marijuana. So we're giving up all weed, any sort of porn, any sort of alcohol, because last time when I quit smoking weed, I started drinking a lot more, like a lot more. And that was really scary to me because as soon as I started smoking again, I stopped drinking, and now I don't drink at all. And I think I've realized, because when you smoke all the time, anytime you drink is you're mixing. And so I think it's a lot easier to choose not to drink in those situations. Whereas when you have nothing, a drink will just take off the edge. And being in the line of work, I'm a musician, and it's tough to be in the line of work that I am and be sober, but I'm committing to these 2 months at the very least. I would like to not smoke weed at all again, but we'll see. I'm going to work on myself for these 2 months and see when I get to the end of that, where we go from there. Hopefully my mind will change, but I'm just being honest of how I'm feeling right now. It is very hard for me to wrestle with the idea. Like, okay, the difference, if I want to give this up forever, which I feel objectively is what I should do, but there's pros and cons to both sides, and I don't, if I could somehow balance it, like only smoke a little bit, it'd be perfect. Everything would be perfect, but I can't do that, unfortunately. And so I don't know. But if I want to do that, I know I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, because I just love smoking weed. It makes music sound better. It makes me more creative. Yesterday I smoked all day because it was the last day, and I've now smoked my final bowl. And I don't know. It was at a point where yesterday we smoked all day, and we wrote this show for this performance we have today, and it was a blast, and the music was awesome, and we laughed, and we had a great time, and I love the community aspect of weed. I love smoking with other people. But I also love smoking by myself. I love that. I mean, if I'm being honest, if I look at myself from an outside point of view as best as I can, I smoke all the time, and I'm high like all the time. And anytime I'm not high and I start to like feel clear, I'm thinking about what I can do to get high. I look awful because I've lost 30 pounds at least. I was 176 pounds, and I'm probably like 148 now. And that's with me gaining about 7 pounds back now, like working at it. I was down to 141. And it's wild. I have a weight tracking app, and as soon as I quit weed the first time, you can literally watch it skyrockets up, my weight. And then as soon as I start smoking again, it literally skyrockets back down. So there's no way that I cannot say that it's related. So here we are. I don't know. I need to quit forever. This is me. This is literally the first take when I hit record. So whatever I say, here is just me kind of mapping this out in my head. I know this doesn't make for great content because it's not all sliced up, but this is just for me to be able to hold myself accountable. It was wild. As soon as I stopped posting last time too, I lost what I had set up as my accountability. Was a bunch of, I guess, random people online that I don't know, but those are sometimes the people you can be the most transparent with because you don't know them. I don't know. This is where we're at. I'm obviously still kind of stoned right now, and it's okay. This is the first step in a journey, and no social media at all this month, so I will be able to like post videos on my computer, just like uploading them to YouTube, but I'm not really going to be able to see what anyone says or going to be checking anything. No Facebook. I watch a lot of YouTube, like way too much YouTube, just kind of on in the background all the time. And what's that about? Like, what is it about my brain that now, at this point in my life, I have to have something on 24/7? And we can say, oh, it's ADHD with all this stuff, but for me, it's just like, no matter what, we live in a culture now where it's this concept of, it's called superneural stimuli, and it's basically, they did an experiment, these scientists did an experiment, I might butcher this, but where they had a whole bunch of red construction paper that was the brightest possible red that would attract these certain butterflies. They also put the flowers that the butterflies needed to drink the nectar from in order to survive, all in the same enclosure. And the butterflies sought the bright red construction paper so fervently that they starved to death because none of them would go to the flowers because this red was just so beautiful that they couldn't get enough of it. And that's what we do all the time. We fill ourselves with, like, think of what even like porn was in the 80s compared to now, right? If you wanted to see porn, you'd have to go to a store or get it from, your dad's closet or whatever. And there was something to that in the sense that you had to actually go out. There was some embarrassment to it. You had to purchase the thing. Now it's free, unlimited, anything you could want to watch at any time. And we have hacked our brain. Look at like weed. It's stronger than it's ever been. It's available almost everywhere now. And it's more legal than it's ever been in the United States. So it's so much easier to get addicted to it because of just the sheer access of it and the strength of it. Look at alcohol. It's not only everywhere, but it's encouraged, and you can get any kind you want anywhere. So I'm very tired. It's very early in the morning, and I just woke up. But I don't know what else I have to say other than it's going to be 2 months. I'm going to try to just check in and rant a little bit like this, and we'll see how I change over the next 2 months. Going to take before pictures today, and yeah, we'll see. Peace.